Well, you played alongside, you've already mentioned him a couple of times, and he was also managed by a man that we both know and love, Adam Murray.
Yeah.
Firstly, as a player, Grady, what would you like to play with?
Ah, to play with, he was horrible in terms of like he'd tear your head off if you're not running or you're acting weak, even weak mentally a little bit, or you're coming off tackles or you're coming off headers or you're not 100%. He'd let you know, and if you couldn't handle it, you shouldn't be playing with him because
Yeah,
that's how he plays, that's what he knows. And I get it now because at the top level, when he was playing at the Premiership, this is why these guys get paid the most. That they're so competitive. They're so every tackle, sprinting their hardest for every ball. And he's very much like that. His standards were like that, but then he would manipulate the ball like he was a ballerina as well. Like he would just the ball would be bouncing, and most people at that level would be having a bad touch, whatever. But Muzz would just take on the top of his foot, and his range of passing after that was like a dream for me because I'd only run when Muzz had it really. Because
yeah,
the first thing he would do when he had the ball under control was get his head up.
yeah, yeah,
And it's hard to teach players that to receive a ball at pace or receive a bobbling ball. It can be intimidating. Oh, it's bouncing, I might have a bad touch. Or there's no question mark over what Mar's done. It was boom boom. Oh, where are you? Bang. And there was no questions asked. And it was a striker's dream. It was a striker's dream to have a player that knew what you wanted as well, because Muzz would have played before he played with me with some top end strikers. Some I think he mentioned Paolo one shot once, and players like that. But also that's what they would have demanded from him. So you know, he didn't he got from me. For me, it's just willingness. I think at my younger ages, it was more willingness. I wasn't say it was something that was sort of installed in me, and he saw my willingness, and it made his life easier because he didn't want to play to someone that's not got his ability next to him. He wanted to be a difference maker on the pitch, and from midfield, he absolutely was, and he was fit as well. And he prided himself on that. So I think his standards stood out the most for me. His playing standards as a player. He wouldn't get it if someone couldn't control the ball. He'd be like, "What's wrong with you?" He would lose his head. He'd lose his head. But he was, yeah, he's just a fantastic
yeah.
all-round midfielder, and again, not just technically very good on the ball. He was horrible as well. You tackle hard, you'd get in people's faces. So
Yeah. Yeah.
top player.